Boom. Welcome to the DCX Ambassador session. It is Monday, the 21st of March. And today we are going to be talking all things Swipecoin. All right. So right here, we've got our Swipecoin scalper. This buy trade came out 33 minutes ago, and we are just waiting for our free confirmations to line up. All right. Now, if you was impatient and you were looking at this trade, you might have been tempted to get in when you saw this candle, passing above the zone. But we know we need a break and a close above the zone, right? We need a break and also a close above the zone. So what does that mean? It means we need the candle to come up like so and close like this, right? Close above. It's gonna annoy me that it's red. Oh. Yeah, why is it so ugly? There we go. All right, we need the candle to come up and close above this zone. Amazing. Gary just closed ETH USD from scalper. Who got that XRP that I dropped into Discord? Came out on Swipecoin last night. I dropped that XRP into the chat as well. That smash take profit 1 on the XRP. Melissa Jane, yes, I saw you caught that. Amazing. I know Kalila caught that as well. Annette was sleeping. No worries, Annette. We're gonna catch the next one. You're gonna catch the next one. You're all good. But yeah, XRP literally flew up to TP1. So I want you guys to be confident to catch these trades by yourselves, right? You can see this one, it's just not ready yet, right? The trade's lined up. So all that means is that you're going to have your alert for, right about here. Oh, look at that divine number, 41444, right? You're going to have your alert right above here, 41444. And then when we get back above here, we start closing above this level, we know we're looking to buy Bitcoin. All right. Sitting on my hands all weekend. Cara, did you catch the XRP or was you sleeping? Took it straight from Swipecoin, but happy that you dropped it too. Melissa J, that makes me so happy, right? That you're taking it from Swipecoin. That's what we want. We want you to be able to take these trades straight from the source, because that's all I'm doing. All right. I take everything from the source. Amen. Right. Some of you will catch that. But everything that I bring to you guys comes from Go Live, comes from the Swipecoin. It all comes from the sources that we have surrounded by us, right? You're all good, girl. So let's have a look at what is really cracking. So right now, you guys that are, so we know I'm flicking back and forth. I've got so much in my head, but there's a couple of types of traders, right? So this is scalping. We know this is scalping. This is the Swipecoin scalper. And this is working off of a 15-minute chart. Now, for those of you that don't really like scalping or you prefer swing trading, you are still going to use the Swipecoin scalper, but you're going to use it on the smooth, right? The smooth is going to give you your bigger trade ideas, but the scalper is still amazing for you going into the trades for your entry points, right? So say you missed the entry for the swing trade, what you can do is you can catch a great entry on a breakout of a scalping trade. Does that make sense? Drop me a yes in the chat if that makes sense. So your scalper, if you're not using the scalper to take trades, you're using it to take entries for your swing trades, because it means that you're not going to be sitting in drawdown waiting for the trade to turn around, because you're going to be able to catch the breakouts. All right. You're going to be able to catch the breakouts. So look, if we look at this, let's go smooth. Oh, amazing. Perfect. There we go. How divine alignment is that? Dami just dropped a trade as well. Perfect. So we're looking for a buy for Bitcoin. We already know this, right? But if you look on here, boom, 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 this is an hour. This is an hour trade idea. Oh, let me let some more people in. Sorry, guys, didn't realize you was in the waiting room. This is an hour trade idea, looking for Bitcoin to hold support from here and run back towards 52K. Boom. Guys, where are we right now? 40. Is that not a swing trade and a half? That is a 12,000 pip move, right? That's more than a swing trade. All right, 40K to back up to 52K, which is the next big resistance. I'm not talking about all the resistance that are in between for the scalps, because we're going to have lots of time to scale in the trades, right? You're going to have loads of time to scale into the trades. Oh, we've got a chair lady in the waiting room. Boom. So you're going to see here, right? You're going to be able to take the swing trades from the smooth, but also take the breakout trades from the scalper. So right here, you can see we've broken out of this. We've come back. We've retested it. We're coming to look for another retest here. So we are looking for what? We're looking for a Bitcoin buy here. So we're getting ready to buy up the market. All right. We're getting ready to buy, guys. Big shout outs to my chair lady that just dropped into the chat, guys. Go ahead, drop some ends into the chat for our amazing chair lady, Miss Nikki Sutherland, whilst I bring up this Swipecoin. Nikki, you missed it. We just did big praise break. Boom, boom, boom. Let's log into this. You know how I know Nikki jumped on? Because Nikki had 12,000 pips and she was like, what? What? I'm not missing no 12,000 pips. I'm not missing no 12,000 pips. All right, so this trade literally just came out like 3 minutes ago, right? So let's load up the chart. Boom, boom, boom. You lot are busting up. 40,910, right? So we've literally got 3 confirmations now for this buy, guys. I'm not sure how many more confirmations you guys be needing, but we got 3 confirmations right here. We got the confirmation from our Swipecoin. It's telling us that we're getting ready for our buy right here. The scalpers setting up for the buy, right? We're literally just waiting on this retest for the 1 hour chart. And then the original is also setting up for a buy, right? So that's 3 different places. And I guarantee if I go onto the harmonics, we're probably looking at a buy over there. But let's not confuse the thing today, right? We're going to keep it nice and simple. So we're going to mark up this buy, and we're going to get ready to eat up our 12,000 pips for the week. Who's ready for 12,000 pips? I want you to drop me a 12K into the chat. And anyone excited for 12,000 pips? Because there's 41 people in the chat, and I just told you guys that we're looking at potential 12,000 pips. I need some excitement coming into here. What did I tell you guys at the start of this call? God is working it out, right? God will make a way. Some of you need 12,000 pips, and Bitcoin is about to deliver. Yes, come on. All right, cool. That's right. I need them pips. Let's go. Money is my slave and it comes to me when I call. Understand that. All right. So, let's get rid of all this. It's coming. It's going to come on down to our entry point, and it was literally going to do us some good stuff. All right. We're coming down to our entry, guys. So I want you to get out your MT4s. how big Kalila Pips are. We're just going to keep adding to your name, Chair Lady Kalila. So now it's going to be Chair Lady Kalila Pips, yeah? Is that what your new name? That's what we're going to call you. Chair Lady Kalila Pips. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. So let's get rid of some of this so I don't have to redraw this stuff out. All right, boom, boom, boom. So 40,000. So you guys will write this down. 40,088. That's going to be our stop loss. 40,088. That is going to be our stop loss. So we need this thing to come down, and then it's going to hold this nice level. Where's the level? Let's look left. What time frame am I on? Oh, 15 minutes. All right, that's the 1 hour. So look, this is what we're looking for. This is the 1 hour as well. So this is Picasso. So this is just divine alignment, guys. Literally everyone's seen the trade and everyone's putting the trade out, right? So when we're not rushing, but we're just waiting for us to get an optimal entry. We want to see this hold support right here. So you can see right here, we've had 1, 2, 3, we've had 4 red candles, right? 4 red candles in a row. So 4 selling candles in a row. So we want to see this show us some support, and then we're going to buy this baby all the way up. I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in multiple pips. Let's go. Yes, guys, we're drawing it up right now. You guys can see this is the trade on the screen. For those of you that have got the Swipecoin app, which everybody should have, you guys can look on your app as well, and you'll be able to see this trade right here on your app, and all of the numbers are right here, right? You've got your entry point, which is your green box. You've got your stop loss, and you've got your take profits, right? You've got your stop loss, the bottom line, take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3, right? So we're going to draw it up as well. Barcelona trip covered with 12K pips. Let's go. Come on. This could literally be Barcelona flight and hotel, fam. I'm telling you. Can you guys hear me and see me? Just you, Steel, everybody. You guys can hear me and see me? Yeah, okay, cool. Perfect, perfect. All right, so do we put 40,088, 41,601, 41,601. That's our take profit 1. And you can see, guys, we've been learning this stuff. Come on, we've been learning this stuff. Why is TP1 here? Because that's where the market is, right? That's where the market structure is if we look back left. So all we're looking for is for this to find support right here, and we're buying this bad boy up, right? Yes, we are here marking it up. Steve's marking it up. Amazing. No worries, Sophie, you're all good. All right, so let's do TP2. What is TP2? So TP1 was 41601. Bam, write that down. 41601, TP1. TP2, 42594. 42594. 42594. And then TP3. And guys, literally from their last Bitcoin call, that trade just went on and on and on and on and on, right? It had some pullbacks in between, but the actual swing trade literally never came back to entry, right? It just kept going. It smashed zone 1, smashed zone 2, and then was up near zone 3, right? 44,000. 44,000 flat is TP3. All right, 44,000. 44,000 flat. All right, so let's go here. So where's the bottom of this zone? 40,500. Is this on a 1 hour? 40,910. 40,500. We're at 40,800 right now. Look at this. This was literally the last trade. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. Come on. Tell me this stuff don't work, guys. Tell me this stuff don't work. Uh, 40,500. That's the bottom of that zone. Kalila, talk to me. Talk to me.
Hey, talk to me. How are you today, Lisa?
Amazing, sis. How are you?
Good. Question for you. So, which feed would you recommend on TradingView? Because I noticed that I'm way off when I'm marking up the charts on TradingView for the entries. It's way off from my MetaTrader 4. And usually like it's not, I'm just having like a little bit of a challenge in terms of finding the right feed that comes, like they seem to be way off by like 100 pips or close.
Yeah, so what I do is I'll use any of them. So right now you can see I'm marking up on Coinbase, but what I'll do is I'll look on my MT4 at the same, because it's going to be the same candle formation. It's just going to be the numbers are a little bit different. So what I'm looking at is the market structure rather than the actual numbers on here, right? So when I'm looking at this, the same thing, like you saw when I was marking it up, I was looking for this wick to see where this number is. I didn't care that this was this 40,500. It's the bottom of this wick is where the zone is, right? So I can look on any of these and I know, boom, the bottom of this wick right here, that's where the bottom of my zone is going to be.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. So look at the candle formation if it's the same, and then
so that's why I always check what time frame you're going on. So when you're on the Swipecoin, the app, you always check what time frame it is, and then you're looking at the exact same thing. So on your MT4, if you put it on a 1 hour chart, you know that your stop loss is going to be under this candle right here, this wick right here. That's where your stop loss is going to be. I don't care if your stop loss is 40,050 or 40,010, because it's going to depend on your specific broker number, but your stop loss is going to be under this wick right here.
Okay. All right. So I think that was probably the missing thing. So I have to make sure it lines up on the same time frame that the alert comes in on.
Yep.
So then enter on the 15th.
Yes. So okay. You're always looking for you're looking for the turnaround, because obviously if this just keeps going down, it's not showing us any support here. So we know that it's not actually reversing in this space. So that's why I'm not just like jump in, because right now you can see it's not really, I mean, we're getting some support here. You can see the wick coming, right? But it hasn't really shown me that it's turned yet. It hasn't finished going down, right? But that's why we have things like the Swipecoin scalper that's going to show us, all right, the breakout where the breakout is. The same thing with this. If this just comes down and just annihilates this zone, then this trade isn't valid here. We want this to be valid. We want this to show support, that it's holding support. Same thing with the original. So on the original, obviously we know we're waiting for it to break the ceiling, right? For scalping. You can see right here, we got the blue arrow, but it hasn't broken that ceiling yet to show us that the buyers are in control. So this is going to save you guys a lot of like sitting in drawdown and waiting. Obviously, when we're swing trading, we're buying the bottom, right? We buy when the market is low, we sell when the market is high, right? So we're buying the bottom when we're swing trading. But that's why we have these zones here that we've got. So this is where current price is. And then you can see anywhere from here, like this 400 pips is where we want to see Bitcoin turn around in here, right? So when we see that turnaround, we see that this has showed us support, then, oh, boom, we're looking to buy the trade and take it for TP1, TP2, TP3. It's what 0910 0910. Oh, Pauline, do you have your hand raised? Hold on. Let me unmute you.
Yes, Lisa. Thanks. Hi. I was just looking, isn't it on the BTC USD tether that the Swipecoin has the...
Yeah, so that they do it on lots of different charts, but Tether is a stable coin, so it follows the price of the US dollar.
Okay.
So yeah, Tether is a stable coin, just like USDC, some other stable coins. So don't worry about the label of it there. It's just that they'll mark it up on, yeah, different coins. I've seen them do it on different stable coins as well, but it's the same thing. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see if we're gonna get a snapper. Amazing. Any other questions on the setup, guys? So we're looking for our Bitcoin buy, which we're going to be taking. Obviously, if you're not worried about holding the drawdown, you can literally just press buy here and you can get into the trade, right? So I like to see it. I like to see the turnaround. I like to see that it's actually holding support on there. So I don't just get into a trade that's just tanking. Because we've got what, 24 minutes left on this. If I go on to the 15, we're seeing we've got a bit of a green candle here. That is looking good. Right, that is looking good. But we just want to make sure, guys, that it's finished going down when we get in. That's the whole thing. You don't want to get into a buy that's selling, right? Because what they call that is catching the falling knife. You're gonna get bloody if you start catching falling knives, right? You don't want to get bloody in these charts. So we want to see, and we're not in scarcity for money, right? We know that we're looking to take this 12,000 pips. So what is the first 20, 50 pips when we're looking at 12,000, right? For having confirmation that the trade is ready and it's going to go in our direction. All right. So a lot of us FOMO into the trades that, oh, we've missed the entry, we've got to get in. But even this, if you're looking at 40,000 to 44,000, that's a 4,000 pip move, guys. It's a 4,000 pip move. Don't be scared. All right. So let's throw a nice little risk to reward on this. And remember, this isn't even as far as it goes. All right, that is a 1 to 4.67. I will not have FOMO. That's right. It's a 1 to 4.67, right? Nearly a 1 to 5. And that's not for the big swing either. That's not for the huge swing up to 52, right? That's literally just for the swipe coin. So as I was saying at the start of this call, there's different types of traders. There's people that's waiting for the scalp trade, right? And they're just coming to catch their 300, 600, 900 pips, right? Ultimately, for people that are more in and out of the market, also people using bigger lot sizes as well, because, you know, they're 900 pips, 1,000 pips, and they're done for the week, right? Think of a big, let me not, think of a, I did a Curtis Cobain laughing to myself. Quick question, go for it, Melissa James.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I hope everybody's doing good this Monday morning. Well, Monday for us. So a quick question about the time frame. So when they give the trade, they usually give it on either a 4-hour time frame or a 1-hour time frame or whatever. And so that means we're waiting for the 1-hour candle to close. Is that correct on this one?
So you don't need to wait for the candle to close. Like, it's not a break and close situation. You don't have to wait for it to close. That's just it's a confirmation of, you know, that I use, that I want to make sure that it's finished going down, basically. Because a lot of the times you'll see, and people get confused on this a lot, is the Swipecoin app will call a buy, and then the scalper will be calling that short-term sell because it's still got a little bit more to go down. So I like to see that the trade is giving me some bullish momentum, and it's saying, all right, Lisa, I'm ready. Like, let's go. We're going up now, right? Which you can actually see happening here in real life time. Right, this is at 40,990 right now. So when he called it, price was at 40,910. So see how it's gone down further before it's started to turn around. And this is what we want to see. We want to see support being given here in this zone to know, all right, cool, we're ready to go up. We're ready to go.
So if it doesn't even come back into that green area, and it just starts to move up, is that confirmation in that it's already sort of, let's say, passed through that zone, because it did go to that zone just a little bit earlier?
Yeah, so we've got support here. You can see it came here, it didn't come back through it, and then that's when they called the trade, right? So then they called the trade over here, and it was basically like, right, well, if we don't get any invalidation of this zone again, then we're gonna buy. So this is what I said when we was right here. I was like, well, you can just buy already if you don't mind sitting in a bit of drawdown. But if you want the additional bit of confirmation, then let's let the candle show out themselves and say, okay, cool, this is getting bullish right here, right?
Okay.
And you know, sometimes it will just take off, and it is what it is. It will take off. We'll jump into the trade, and then that's how we can use the scalper. Because this is what I was saying at the start, if you miss the initial entries on the Swipecoin, you miss the initial entry on this trade, then you can always use the scalper to to stack, to get an additional entry or get your first entry if you've missed your entry. Right? You can use the scalper to say, all right, cool, well, we've broken and closed this idea now, so therefore the buyers are in control, we're buying. Okay, so
one last thing. So the chart, or the one that was given, that's already marked up, that's by an educator, and that is always for long-term swing trades. Those ones are always for long-term swing trades. Is that correct?
They're for swing trade, not necessarily long term. Sometimes they do it in a couple of hours. It doesn't necessarily have to be a long term, but they are They're intraday and swing trades, yes.
Right.
They're
But
not
the one, but the scalper, that can be for scalping and for swing trades, correct?
correct. The scalper
Okay.
is the original and the swing trade is the smooth.
The swing trade is the smooth. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So what am I doing? I'm just doing our third confirmation, looking at our super trend. And you can see right here, what's about to happen. Our super trend about to cross, right? Is that not our third confirmation? Our super trend right here is about to cross. What happened as our super trend crossed down, we had red. When this super trend turns to also green, that's it. All of my confirmations are met for this trade, right? So, Melissa Jane, you got another question or your hand just is still raised? Oh, okay, no, it's gone. All good. All right, so we're coming back down to entry. We've got 2 minutes left of this candle. We've got 2 minutes left of this candle. So if this candle finishes green here, well, let's see. If this candle finishes green here, we finish bullish, then we can look to enter this trade from this level, right? We've come back down to our entry. But what you can see here is this wick, right? The wick shows you that there's still sellers here. This is why I tell you guys, who asked about candlesticks the other day? I think it was Dion. Yes, it was Dion, right? This is why candlesticks are just still elite. Naked trading is elite. Like, big up Nikki Sutherland with the naked trading, right? Because she's not using all the indicators, the super trend, the Fibonacci, all that good stuff, even though we love it because we are confirmation traders. But we still know that the candlesticks are the first thing that are ever going to tell you the story, right? Can you see right here what's happened? This candle has come back down to the zone. People would have FOMO'd into this trade when they saw that little piece of green candle. And what's happened? We've come back to this entry zone. Entry is best at the lowest price within the zone, innit? Yes, within the zone. Yes, TT. So all in this zone, this is where we want to look to see the trade turn around, right? So if you want to get into this trade, yes, you can get into the trade at this level. If you're comfortable with a 1 to 4 risk to reward, or nearly a 1 to 5 risk to reward, like I'm comfortable with nearly a 1 to 5 risk to reward, I can look to take an entry from this trade at this level. So if you want to buy now, you can, is what I'm saying. But what I'm also saying is in this zone is where we're looking for it to show support. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? Drop some ones in the chat if what I've just explained makes sense to you guys. When we're looking for the Swipecoin, when we're looking for these entry points, drop me some ones in the chat. I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. If it doesn't make sense, drop a 2 in the chat. So you can buy from this point, right? You can buy from here. It's just that we're at the top of this zone. You can buy from here. It's a 1 to 4. It's a great risk to reward trade. Amazing. I see all the ones coming in. Is there any 2s? No. Perfect. Ones. Are we doing 2 pairs? No. This is Bitcoin USD. So this is Bitcoin USD, this trade that's marked up. So we've had the trade. We've got confirmation of the trade, guys, in multiple different places, right? And we're literally just looking for it to turn around and start showing us signs of bullish action, right? So like I said, we don't know how deep into this zone that it's going to go because it's holding at this level, right? So look, we've got another 15-minute candle open here, but it's holding. That's why I said we can buy it at this level because it's holding, it's showing support. 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candles. Is it making sense? So Chair Lady Clue, I was saying we can enter the trade. We can enter the trade at this risk to reward, right? We're 1 to 4, but all we need to know is that we can be cautious that we may get a lower entry, right? I'm in the trade, but I'm saying this is where it could come into. That's why the stop loss is way under here, right? Are you guys getting it? Are you guys getting it? I'm praying that you guys are getting it. So let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, my countdowns. And as soon as we get that super drone switch as well, we're away. Steve says yes, Dorothy yes, Marcia yes, amazing. We're about to catch some pips today, guys. But look, this is the same thing happened, right? That they called a buy on the Swipecoin, and then 18 minutes ago, we got the sell candle on the scalper, right? Because it just had a little bit more to push down into the zone. This is why we can't just be trigger happy when the trade comes out. We're not just going to be trigger happy and just quickly press buy. You're going to look and say, okay, is it actually at the zone? Because this is beautiful what's happening right here, right? We had a push off, we're getting a retest, and then we want to see it go. We've got 11 minutes until this new candle comes out. 11 minutes, all right? We've got 11 minutes till the new candle comes out. 4,006. Yeah, and the stop loss is there because it's under this zone, right? So the stop loss is there because it's under this structure that you can see right here. So whilst it's still going down, I wouldn't even move your stop loss higher to accommodate for risk to reward, because you're just asking for it to come and wick you out if it comes into this zone, right? So if the risk to reward isn't big enough for you, then obviously you can wait for the scalper entry, or or until it actually starts moving. Because look, we've got 10 minutes left of this. 40,572. And look at the bottom of this zone, yeah, is 40,572. Which is basically at the bottom of this. Let's put Picasso's line there. All right. So it's basically at the bottom of there. Not to say it's going to come all the way down back into this zone, but it may, you know, come and take out this wick right here. But if it's real bullish, it's just going to take off from this level. It's showing us support here. We got one wick, we got two. So this was your indecision bit there. And now we've got 9 minutes left of this candle and it's green. It's green right now, right? But look what happened. This last candle was green all the way up to here. And we were like, oh my God, we should be in the trade. We should have bought. And then it came all the way back down to the entry again. This is why FOMO is an evil thing. And look where we are, guys. Under that 50 EMA still, right? Boom, Melissa Jane.
Hi. So I'm looking at, I keep on getting phone calls disturbing me, man. So the question is about the timing again. So even though this was given out on the 1 hour, you're sort of evaluating this on a lower time frame. Is that sort of what you do on a regular? You drop down to the lower time frame to get a more precise entry. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And if I haven't said this already, I really, really appreciate all the help that you give us every day. And I really, really want to say thank you. You don't understand, man. This is great.
Girl, you're welcome.
Alrighty.
No worries. Yes, guys, multi-time frame analysis is important. You don't just want to take a trade off of one. Like if you get a trade on a 4 hour, I'm not going to take my entry off of a 4 hour. Doesn't make sense. It's too big, right? I'm always going to look down at lower time frames for confirmations. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so you just the candles are gonna show themselves to you every time. Like the candles are always gonna tell the story, right? We had 15, 30, 45 an hour's worth of selling. So we're gonna need some correction here, but is it enough to actually start the rocket for the buy? We don't know that yet. That's why we're not just jumping into trades. We're looking at this and saying, okay, cool. It's showing support here. Like, let's zoom into this. Right? It's showing support here, but it's also showing us some indecision. So yeah, it's great to just copy and paste, but I want you guys to be able to, you know, take trades confidently. Do we wait for the EMA to slide under the buy market even after we get a green solid candle in the zone we want? Not sure if you understand my question. TT, come unmute so I can hear it.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Yeah, my question was because we're waiting for the green candle to go downtrend into the box, into the green zone, yeah, before we can take a trade. That's one confirmation. And I'm thinking that because the EMA is actually above the market, which signifies a sell, does that mean we can't take the trade even though the green candle goes into the, the green zone for this, for the sell? I don't know how to explain this, but you get what I mean?
I get what you mean. So
yeah.
That EMA is more important when we are on the scalper. So when you're doing the Swipecoin scalper, that's when you use the rule of the EMA. So when you're swing trading, you're buying from the bottom, but when you're scalping, you're buying essentially from the top when it breaks through the resistance, when it breaks through the ceiling.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah, so you'd always want it to be below the candles when you're scalping, but when you're swing trading, it can be above.
It can be anywhere, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Understood. Thank you.
You're welcome. Melissa Jane.
No, that was from before. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Oh, good. Anyone else got any questions? Anyone else got any questions? Let me know if anyone else got any questions. Sorry guys, 1 second, I just got an emergency. All right, cool. Yes, thank you. Everything's all right. I'll sort it out when we finish up here. Yeah, so you guys can see you've got the trade, everything's there. We're getting some bullish action. We've got 3 minutes left until the end of this hour candle. So let me put it on the hour. Now, can you see how wicky this is on the hour? That it's just wicks everywhere. We had the buyers beefing up here, and now we've got the sellers down here, and it's just like, what? but we've got 3 minutes left until the end of this hour. And then with 1, 2, 3, 4 selling candles, we should see some healthy correction to this upside, right? Because we haven't pushed back any lower into this zone. So this is looking like it's going to be a really nice trade, guys. It's looking like it's going to be really, really nice. Chele de Kalila Pips. Let me unmute you.
I love it. Okay, so I keep losing connection. So I think I missed when you said, when you were explaining about the swing trading. So let's say if you were going into this trade and doing a swing trade, you would enter from the bottom of the wick on that current candle, because I see that it's pulling back, or would you wait for it to pull back and for that candle to close and wait on the next candle to see where it's going before you go into the trade?
So what I was explaining was, because it's a 1 to 4.67, nearly a 1 to 5 risk to reward, I was happy to take an entry from the top of the zone. That's what we were just saying when it came back to this zone here and the new 15-minute candle started, right? So I'm happy to take an entry from here. But what we were saying was that this could come further into this zone and drop down lower before it pushes up. So if you're happy with the little bit of drawdown, then you can take a trade from the top of the zone, and then you can have another entry basically when it comes down lower with your swings, right? So that's what I do. I basically will stack the trades, and if it doesn't come down into this zone, then guess what? Once it passes the scalper entry, that's where I'll take my second entry for the trade. If I don't get a bottom entry, then I'll take the next entry from the top when it breaks past the resistance. So I'll usually have, a couple of trades running, because I'll take one to take profit one, and then I'll let one ride all the way up. That the other one will be my swing trade. All right. So if you're doing a smaller lot size, then obviously you can't take partials. It's easier when you've got a big, so on my bigger account, I will just have one trade and I'll just take partials as we hit the take profits. But on my smaller account, I'll have a different entry, because obviously they're on lower lot sizes. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
So as your account grows and your lot sizes get bigger, you can just take one trade and you can just, take 0.05, 0.05, because it's like having multiple trades on, but they're from the exact same entry point. But you're just taking out some of the profits, but you're keeping the same entry.
Okay, got it. Okay, makes sense. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Marcia, as you take the partials, do you move your stop loss? So I'll only move my stop loss once we've I was explaining this on Saturday, but I'll only move my stop loss once we've broken structure. So here, I'll only move my stop loss once we've got above TP1. So once we've got above TP1, I'll move my stop loss, because I know we've broken structure. So I'll move my stop loss then to my entry point once we've broken this level right here. All right, Nasilia?
So, it's just that take partial just went over my head. I really didn't get that when you said, because you said you'll keep your entry, but you can take partial. How it really went over my head. Sorry.
That's all right. Don't apologize. So any trade that you take that's over a 0.01, right? So if you're trading any more than a 0.01, you can close part of the trade without losing your entry point. So say you open a trade that's a 0.05, right? And it gets to take profit one, and you say, oh, I really want to take some of the profits, but I don't want to lose my great entry of down here. So what you'll do is you'll go onto your close screen on your MetaTrader 4, and you will close 0.02 of the trade, and then you'll still have 0.03 left.
Oh.
Yeah, did you just learn something new today?
Ooh. Because I'm always closing out a trade and all of that. But it's good to know that you can do that, even though I'm using small lot size anyway.
Yeah, so you can, even if you have a 0.02 trade, right? When it
Yeah.
gets to take profit 1, you can close out 0.01 and then let the other 0.01
I
run.
know.
Yeah, and then you don't lose your entry point.
Oh,
So
nice.
taking partials is really important.
Nice, nice, nice. Brilliant. I've just been goated.
Well, you know what? This is it's a great thing that you asked that question, because if you look in the chat right now, so many people are saying they never knew that. So you asked a question that a lot of other people needed to hear. So yeah, shout out to you for asking the questions.
Thank you.
Yeah. Does that make sense, everybody? Drop me
Yeah.
a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to everybody else. Nasilia, that makes sense, yeah?
Amazing. It did, definitely.
All
Thank
right,
you.
perfect. So that's on your closed screen. So when you go to close the trade, you can
Yeah.
change the lot size from whatever your main lot size is to how much you want to close. And at the bottom, it will show you actually how much money you're going to close that out. So it will say you're going to close £5 in profit. So then you'll close that £5, and then the rest of the trade, the rest of the 0.02 or however much you've left there will carry on going. All right?
Amazing, amazing, amazing. You're so clever.
Listen, I just absorbed that information from those go lives. That's all I'm telling you. So there's go lives on taking partials. Curtis Cobain has an amazing go live on taking partials. Who else? Manny, lots of different people depending on what package you are on. But yeah, so if you're on DCX, then Curtis Cobain has a great video on taking partial profits as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's videos in the academy as well, I think, Pauline, as well. All right, I see lots of ones coming in, but thank you, Nasilia, for your question. You helped some other people today, so big up to you.
Happy to oblige.
Amazing. We take one more. Melissa Jane.
Melissa Jane's been a bit chatty today, right?
Yeah.
Regarding there was a trade that was given on Saturday, and I was in it, and it didn't quite hit. I don't think it hit TP2. I think I was in it for TP2. And so my issue is I always seem to jump out of the trade before it gets to the TPs, because I feel like it's not gonna hit it, or it's gonna start to revert. So I just want to take the money and run. However, I'm getting more into the swing of just leaving it, and when I seem to do that, that's when it seems to reverse. So I'm actually in a trade right now that reversed, which is all right, because it's on a very it's on my demo. But how do you get over just jumping out when you see some money? You know, it's kind of more of a mindset thing, I guess.
100%. I was just about to tell you that's not a skill thing at all. That is a belief issue. So you need to trust your trades. That's all it is. And a lot of people, including myself, have definitely struggled with that in the past, but it's more of a hands-off approach to trading. And I wouldn't recommend it when you're scalping, because obviously you may be going against the trend, or you may be trading, like small zones. But when you're swing trading, you set that bad boy and you leave it, especially once you've gone risk-free on the trade.
Oh yeah, that part is easy.
I almost forget that I've got a trade on. And then you'll see me sometimes, I'll be on a call and somebody will be like, oh, that Bitcoin's just taken off. And I'll be like, wait. I haven't even remembered that I'm still in the trade, because to me, once I've taken my risk off the table, I have nothing left to think about. The trade's either going to come and hit my break even, in which case I don't lose anything, or it's going to hit my take profit. Right? So when you have to be in a mindset of belief. I think that's what it really comes down to. You trusting your trade, trusting in the analysis that you've done, trusting in the educators, trusting in the trade in general. Once I know I've completed all of my confirmations, I don't have anything to be grabbing the money and running, because I know that the potential of this trade is 12,000 pips. Why am I closing the trade in 3,000 pips? Now, that is not to be confused with your goals and your compounding, because when I'm building up a small account, please understand, I'm not waiting for a 12,000 pip swing trade, because the time it's going to take me to do that, I could have been, you know, closing out profits and building up my account, putting me in a better position in my trading account. So it also depends on your goals for your trading, right? If I know that my goal is £10 for the day, if you're sitting there just waiting for the trade to hit TP, but you've already surpassed your compound plan for the day, that now puts you into more of a greed mindset than it does put you into a lack of patience or lack of belief. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it definitely is a mindset thing that you will overcome. My advice to help with it is to simply, once you've set the swing trades, just leave them alone. Like once you've broken structure and say you've surpassed TP1, you've moved your stop loss to entry, just forget about the trade. Just forget about it. There's nothing more for you to do. If you've done your analysis or you've done your confirmations, you've done everything you've needed to do, you let the market do the rest.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Follow your plan, that's right. Pastor Victor, hey Pastor Victor, what do you do if that happens quite a few times? What's that, Pastor Victor? I don't know what bit of the sentence that you was talking about. All right, while you type that in, let's answer Kadisha. Can you clarify what a risk-free trade is? Yes, a risk-free trade is when you move your stop loss to break even. Therefore, you cannot lose any money on the trade. So any trade that is moved up until break even or above into profit, your stop loss, that is. So when you move this number right here, your stop loss up to break even or into profit, it means that the trade is now risk-free, because if it hits the stop loss, you cannot lose any money. So it means it is a risk-free trade, right? Risk-free. Does that make sense, Kadisha? Let me know. Pastor Victor, closing out trades early to avoid losing money. Yeah, so this comes a lot down to the risk management class, right? So if you haven't watched that risk management class, I really, really suggest that you watch it. It's on Curtis Cobain's favorites, or I've got a video on my YouTube where I regurgitated the information. All right, so you can watch it on mine, or you can watch it on Go Live if you don't have access, if you're just taking part in the 90-day bootcamp. Now, you will stop closing out your trades early to avoid losing money when you understand that risk management properly, because you then understand that if you're closing out the trades even if you're closing them out in blue, right, the ones that you're allowing, you will allow a trade to hit stop loss, but you won't allow a trade to hit TP. I want you to think about that for a second. You'll allow a trade to hit the stop loss, but you won't allow a trade to hit TP. Now, if you're doing that, what kind of balance do you think that's going to bring into your trading account? Is it going to bring more losses, or is it going to bring more TPs? It's going to bring more. I don't even want you to write losses in the chat. I don't even want the bad energy, but it's going to bring more losses, right? And what do we want more of? We want more TPs. Put TP in the chat. Yeah, lessons. Thank you, chair lady Kalila. Put more TPs in the chat. Put TPs in the chat. That's the energy I want to see in there. Right? So when you start closing out to avoid lessons, you will get more lessons, because you're not allowing your trades to hit TP. All right, that's a word for somebody today. I really want you guys to understand, when you really understand that risk management class I did, you will stop closing out your trades to avoid lessons. because you know that you've got a 60% win rate or an 80% win rate, a 70% win rate. So you know, even if your last 3 trades hit stop loss, you know your next 7 are going to hit TP. If your last 30 trades hit stop loss, and this is where endurance comes in, because some people can't take 30 trades, 30 lessons back to back, but they don't know that 70 take profits are coming. But because they're so scared, because they've just taken 30 lessons, they're never going to see the 70 TPs because they've always closed the trades early. Understand that trading is simply a numbers game, right? It's a law of averages. It is a law of confirmations, just like Fibonacci, just like the EMAs. It's a law. But if you cannot withstand 30 lessons, I'll be real, you don't deserve the 70 TPs, because some of us had to go through 30 back-to-back lessons, blowing accounts, and you'll only blow your account if you're not using the correct risk management with those 30 lessons that you were always due to take. I want somebody to sit on that one for a minute. Samantha said, ouch, I know that just hurt some people. I know it just hurt. But believe me, I hurt you guys so you can heal, all right? I hurt you guys so you can heal. Annette, I know you feel it as well. All right, guys, please. Kadisha, listen. I feel you guys because I've been there, right? And this is ultimately why I jump on these sessions with you guys. Dion said, call me Drake. I'm in my feelings. Dion. Listen, I'll be doing up some Drake soon later. I'm going to do some spring cleaning today. Oh, hi, Ryan. Didn't even know you was on today, bro. But anyway, the point I'm getting at, guys, is you will stop closing out your trades when you really understand risk to reward. All right. Pastor Victor said, you're right, because the trade I was in this morning went on to hit TP after I had closed it out. All right. Point and case, Pastor Victor. You answered your own question. All right. So you understand that you can only get over that portion when you understand risk to reward. All right. This is why when I see people taking huge stop losses, it's insane, guys. You do not need to take a huge stop loss if you believe in your trading strategy. Point, case, blank. Like, I'm finished. You do not need it. All right. The millionaire traders, do you think they're risking 60% of their account on one trade? Absolutely not. Are they risking 100% of their account on one trade? Absolutely not. Right? So please understand, guys, when you understand risk to reward, you understand your trade. And this is why journaling is so important. This is why journaling is so important. Okay. Boom. This is not a get rich quick. Absolutely. This is absolutely not a get rich quick at all. Right? It's a get rich, but it's not a get rich quick. We're going to get rich slow over here. Slow and sustained. Right? That's right. Get rich slow. Can you see our EMA is starting to curve up here? You can see we've had that red candle, and now we're getting another green candle, right? That's right. The quickest way to get anywhere is slowly. The fastest way to get anywhere is slowly. 100% believe that. When Curtis Cobain said it, I was like, yep, yes, it is. It makes so much sense. Every shortcut I've ever tried to take in this process has slowed me down. Every shortcut I've ever tried to take has slowed me down. I want that's a word for somebody. Every shortcut I've ever tried to take on this journey has slowed me down. Please stop taking shortcuts. They're never going to benefit you in the long run. All right. The success that comes quick, the accounts that grow fast, you should be scared. because you know, if you take, you know, 30 TPs, you know, the law means that there's some stop losses coming. That's right. You end up going right back to the beginning. Chele de Cleela Pip says there's a Jamaican saying that says shortcuts draw blood. Boy, listen, no shortcuts back for me. Shortcut to destruction. That's right. All right. So it's 3:15. I'm gonna jump off. You've got the trade. You know what you're doing. Some of you are in and blue already. Some of you are waiting for the break and close from the scalper. Follow your trading plan. That's all I've got to say to you. Plan your trade and trade your plan. That's all you have to do. Plan your trade and trade your plan. Yeah, you can set an alert in TradingView. Absolutely. You can set an alert in there. All right. So with that being said, I love you all. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Guys, it's officially 6 days until my birthday. I'm gonna be old though, so we're not celebrating. No, I'm joking. 6 days, guys. 6 days. I'm excited. My birthday is on the 27th of March. Put it in your diaries so you can remember to say happy birthday to me. Cara said, girl, please. Are you gonna bring me some chocolate milk, Cara? Yes, good. Good. Yes, JB, I'll drop the recording in.